I say to you that there is in operation at the present time a conspiracy to sell, and I use the word sell advisedly, this country to the Dominion of Canada.
Tonight, I take you to Pushthrough, a small fishing village on Newfoundland's south coast, where the sea was the heartbeat of a proud community. This is a true story of heartbreak, but also of unity, love, and a fierce fight to preserve a way of life that defined them. In the 1960s, Pushthrough thrived with about 200 people, their lives woven into the cod fishery. They built boats, shared stories, and gathered in St. Clement's Church, their culture alive in music, faith, and the sea. But then came the government's resettlement program, a cold plan to uproot outports like Pushthrough for so-called modern towns with schools and hospitals. By 1968, the ultimatum hit hard. Abandon your homes, your graves, your history, or be left with nothing. For Pushthrough, it was a cruel choice between survival and identity. As resident Beatrice Lilly said, it was like tearing our hearts out to leave the place we loved. The heartbreak was devastating. Families faced losing their homes, their church, the cove where their ancestors fished for generations. Yet in that pain, Pushthrough rallied. They united, their love for each other and their heritage burning bright. In the schoolhouse, they held meetings, debating, praying, sharing stories of their past. They swore to save what they could, especially their church's treasures, the altar, the bell, symbols of their faith and roots. John Toucher, a resident, recalled, "We packed boats together, sang hymns, and promised to stay close, no matter where they sent us." One moment stands out, the final service at St. Clement's in 1969. Every soul in Pushthrough gathered, their voices rising in Abide With Me, a hymn of hope amid despair. Children carrying hymnals to the boats, elders shared memories of weddings and baptisms, and families clung to each other. It wasn't just a farewell, it was an act of love, a vow to keep their spirit alive. By 1970, Pushthrough was gone. Its homes abandoned or floated away, but their culture endured. In Hermitage, where many resettled, they carried their songs, recipes, and stories. The Women's Institute hosted kitchen parties, keeping folk music alive. St. Clement's Bell, now in Hermitage's church, still rings, a defiant echo of Pushthrough's soul. They even returned for a come-home year, dancing in their lost village, proving their heritage could not be erased. But this was no quiet tragedy. It was a theft, a betrayal by those who saw outports as relics to be discarded. If this is the government's view of progress, then progress needs to be our enemy. That injustice ignites our anger, and it demands we act. Never again can we let our communities, our cultures, be torn apart for someone else's vision of progress. Stand together, fierce and united, to protect our heritage, our songs, our stories, our sacred places. Let Pushthrough's defiance be our call to arms. We will preserve our way of life, teach our children their roots, and ensure no one dares rip our identity away again. Together, we'll fight, we'll sing, we'll remember, and we'll win.